I will be fully delulu on this because I think Trish Stratus 8 times Trish Stratus, I am manifesting it.
Keep on believing, buddy.
Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS and we are here for the Evolution prediction. Oh my god, this is like happening this weekend. I cannot believe it. And we are here with your favorite, Phil is here.
Excited, man, excited. Finally getting a sequel to Evolution.
And you know, the whole time we had this Evolution chair here, I had this t-shirt here, I've been waiting for it. They're finally giving it to me. It does kind of feel like, take it. It does feel like that, but
it feels a little bit like a Here Damn show.
Yeah, a little bit. But honestly though, even though the build-up has been a little bit very much lackluster, I gotta say the lineup we have, the match card that we have is pretty stacked, I'll say. Okay. Let's go through our predictions and then let's really get into our feelings about how we really feel about this. 7 matches announced. Let's start from the top. We got the Women's World Championship, IYO SKY versus Rhea Ripley. Okay, who do you think is winning?
The fact that they keep pushing that Rhea has not beat IYO yet. IYO has not had any defenses since WrestleMania, which is crazy. It very much feels like Rhea Ripley's going to win here, which I think is very unfortunate because they haven't really done anything with IYO as champion.
Literally nothing. They've done nothing. And I was so hopeful because they gave IYO SKY the big WrestleMania when I was like, oh my gosh, she defeated Bianca Belair. She pinned Bianca Belair. Was it really just to protect Rhea Ripley? They would be like, Bianca Belair's undefeated streak? Get out of here. That reign has been so bad. It's so bad. And then like, why they even tease that whole Asuka thing? Like, why would they do that?
I don't know. Unless IYO's going to retain here and go to SummerSlam as champion. I don't think she is, though. I think Rhea's going to win.
I'm going to be holding on to the sliver of chance because they teased me. The tease was so good. The Asuka versus IYO SKY tease I needed. I'm just going to put that energy out there that IYO SKY will retain again. Because you know what? I feel like Rhea Ripley is such a Superman. She needs some kryptonite and Asuka versus IYO for SummerSlam.
Yeah, most people know. Big Asuka fan. I wish they would have just done the Asuka IYO match here and then did Rhea versus IYO at SummerSlam. But what can you do? Yeah,
because they really needed Rhea Ripley in here. Yeah, you know what though? I'm gonna change it. I think this match is gonna main event, and we're gonna end with Rhea Ripley winning.
I don't think it's gonna main event. It hasn't had a real build. It's been just kind of like, all right, well, here's the match. And they did a really good video package this week, but other than that, there hasn't been a real build for this match.
What do you think is going to main event?
I think the triple threat match is going to main
Triple threat? Maybe. I feel like it's going to be a Rhea Ripley winning and ending the whole show with the whole like fireworks and stuff. I don't know. I can kind of like imagine it. But yeah. You know I'm down for some mask for mask, but if you're so bro for washing your face with whatever body wash slipped down all the way from your neck in the shower, sir, it's time to really retire from that era. Boy bye. Today's episode is sponsored by MANSCAPED, and thanks to MANSCAPED, I've been stepping up my skincare game. And no, I don't do the whole Korean 10-step influencer on TikTok way. Just something that makes sense, especially for someone like me who just moved, got a new job, so busy. And that's when Skincare Ultra Advanced Kit from MANSCAPED comes in. It's like a glow-up system in a box, and here they are. You got everything you need to exfoliate, brighten, moisture. It's men's skincare that actually works for men. So here's a tease. Step 1 is a Face Buffer Pro. It's like a power tool for your pores, semi-vibration silicone bristle, and honestly it feels so freaking amazing. Step 2 is the exfoliating face wash. It's gentle but also gets all the grime off without drying you out. Step 3 is the glow up. You've got the brightening vitamin C serum to help even out your skin tone, followed by the moisturizer that locks in all without being greasy. And this all comes with 2 free gifts, a 3-pack of lip balm and the Shed 2 toiletry bag that's perfect for travel or just looking like you have your life together. So go use code BELLE at manscaped.com for 15% off the Skin Ultra Advanced Kit. That is BELLE, BELLE at manscaped.com. Now go give yourself the face main event treatment it deserves. Well, let's go to my favorite match on the card. I was gagged. And you know what? Like, Evolution is happening on my birthday birthday, by the way. So the fact that I'm seeing Trish Stratus go for the championship match, I'm so freaking excited. Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus. And if you remember Money in the Bank Toronto, I was the one in the freaking media scrum and be like, hey Tiffy, do you want to have a match with Trish Stratus?
Are you ready to face Trish Stratus? And do you think you have what it takes to defeat the GOAT?
She said she wanted it, so I feel like I planted little seeds. Trish versus Tiffany Stratton, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Tiffany's going to retain here, but I do think the match is going to be good. I think this is the most Evolution style match here. This feels the most worthy of this card, if that makes sense.
This definitely is the energy of what Evolution should be. I almost want to see like a little more of this like past and present crossover, but this, I don't know, maybe in Battle Royale, but I will be fully delulu on this because I think I'll be fully delulu. I am going for Trish Stratus 8 times. 8 times Trish Stratus. I am manifesting it.
Keep on believing, buddy.
Believing this. Because you know what? Trish has lost to Charlotte Flair. She has lost to Becky Lynch. And she's coming back to lose to Tiffany Stratton again? Oh, hell no. I cannot deal with that. And especially after Tiffy time and Trishy time promo, I cannot. No, none of that. None of that.
I do think they're just giving Tiffany a big moment, though, because I do feel like she's going to lose at SummerSlam, one way or another.
Probably Tiffany will win, but I would really want Trish Stratus to win, even for like a split second until like Naomi like cashes in or something like that. You know what I mean? That's like kind of my delulu right now. But my agenda is Trish 8 times. Tiffany's also the other one who I feel like has been just booked kind of so lackluster. Like this whole time she only defended her title against Nia Jax, right?
Right. I mean, of course, the Charlotte match at WrestleMania. Since WrestleMania, they haven't really done anything with her but go back to the Nia feud, which I don't really understand why they did that. They haven't really set up any other challenges for her other than Jade.
Especially after like Mania, we got the Money in the Bank situation and then Queen of the Ring situation. So for the long time, we really didn't get the spotlight on the World Championships, which is weird.
Yeah, it's been weird for the last few pay-per-views since WrestleMania. Really 3 pay-per-views in a row. Neither of the main titles have been on any of those shows. It's been strange. And I mean, good for the IC title. That's given that belt some prestige. And Becky and Lyra have had good matches on those shows. But do something with these 2 belts, maybe?
Yeah. You know what, though? I like, as much as I'm so excited about this match, I'm also really nervous because Trish's singles match before with like Becky and Charlotte Flair, I feel like Tiffany, she's like definitely getting there, but she's definitely a lot greener than compared to, Becky and Charlotte. So I'm really curious how this is going to go with Tiffany being more green than the other 4 horsewomen that Trish has wrestled with when she returned. Trish also hasn't wrestled in a while, so it's going to be an interesting watch. For sure. I'm excited.
I think it'll be fine. All of the matches so far when Trish has come back, she's really shown that she's better than people give her credit for. And
for sure.
I think this gives her the chance to kind of be the lead in this match because she has more experience and she's done more big pay-per-view matches. So very curious to see how this combination works.
Let's go to the third match. It is the IC Championship. Lyra Valkyria, Bayley coming for Becky Lynch. I guess this is the match that got the most build almost.
They have the best storyline by far. I mean, they've been really building this since WrestleMania. Really kudos to both Lyra and Becky. They've done a great job with their storyline and their feud already. And then Bayley was already kind of in the mix anyway because of the whole fiasco at WrestleMania and her getting attacked and not being in a match at WrestleMania. So this so far has the best storyline. I don't even think it's close. And that's why I would be really surprised if it doesn't main event because it's really been simmering for the longest.
You're right. Now that I think about it, they really have been building the storyline since WrestleMania. I guess this was the only consistent storyline since WrestleMania. Maybe Bayley did agree to be taken out of WrestleMania to main event Evolution. If that was the case, I could see this being main event. But who do you think is winning?
I think Becky's going to retain.
You think so?
I don't think she's going to lose. I almost want to say I can see Lyra winning, but I don't. I think Becky's going to retain.
I mean, I gotta say, like, I've been really enjoying Lyra in this feud, to be honest. Like, there were points in time and I was just like, wait a minute. I'm kind of feeling this. I've been really enjoying her performance. She's been spicy, but also I really like Bayley since she came back. And I feel like Bayley suffered enough. Like, give her a freaking win on Evolution. Give her a win. So I'm gonna say Bayley. I'm gonna say Bayley.
I would love to see Bayley win. I would say out of all of this, for all of the accusations people put on Becky Lynch of her not elevating other talent, she just comes back and wins and puts herself over. I think this whole thing is a testament to just how good she is, because man, she has brought Lyra up every step of the way from her. Like, all of the promo segments with Becky have been better. The matches have been incredible. I think for 2 shows in a row, they had the best match of the night. And I think that's partially because she had a great dance partner in Becky Lynch. And then even adding Bayley to the mix, I think this has helped because they have experience together. They have chemistry together. I don't know, man. I think the glue in all of this is Becky Lynch.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then the fact that Lyra Valkyria is in this match with both Bayley and Becky, that's really huge for her. But also, look what's happening with the US Championship with Julia, with Zelina. They're in a Battle Royale, probably. Really a testament to how Becky Lynch is really elevating this division, elevating this mid-card title, really. Big props to her. The next match is the Women's Tag Team Championship match. We got Judgment Day with Roxanne and Raquel defending their title against Charlotte and Alexa, Kabuki Warriors, and Solruka and Zarya.
This one's kind of tough for me to call because it's hard to kind of grasp what they're doing with this tag division. Even when you look at this match, there's only one real established tag team in this match. It kind of felt like they were building towards something else, and then Liv got injured, and that kind of changed the plans. And I would assume maybe Kabuki Warriors were always in the plans when Asuka came back. That could have changed. I don't know.
It's really confusing because they played Kairi's solo promo video, right? Just a week ago or so. So for them to do a 180 and back to Kabuki Warriors, and then because Asuka was also talking about how Damage Control no more, that's why she really wanted to challenge Io, but back to Kabuki Warriors. So I just thought it was so random. Also, Raw didn't even have a whole qualifying match, so
no.
I think it's either Charlotte, Alexa, or Judgment Day. But I think Judgment Day will retain because I feel like that will set the storyline up for when Liv returns.
Yeah, I'm assuming Judgment Day is going to retain. I don't think Kabuki Warriors are going to win because I kind of feel like Asuka's going to turn on Kairi, which sounds crazy, but just certain things about Asuka's return and the way they've handled the stuff with her and Kabuki Warriors. There's a little tension with her and Io. Having her come back and lose in the Queen of the Ring tournament kind of feels like that's leading somewhere. I wish, Io was still champion, possibly heading into this, but who knows? Maybe Io will retain. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Asuka will turn heel, and that'll be the match later this year.
I'm also just really confused about Charlotte and Alexa. They did tease it for a little bit. So I'm trying to figure out if this is something they planned for a long time or it's just they needed Charlotte in Evolution. I don't know. I'm very confused about Charlotte's direction recently. It's an interesting team. It's definitely an interesting team up. I never saw them together, but also teamed up together. I kind of like it together. I don't know.
I wonder what was the plan initially after Tiffany and Charlotte at WrestleMania. I have to assume something changed after that dynamic didn't work out the way they expected, because I could have easily seen that turning into a series of matches. Maybe Charlotte loses at WrestleMania and then she gets to rematch at one of the pay-per-views after that. But because the feud was kind of a disaster, I could see them going, yep, let's just go ahead and just dust our hands of that and move forward. So I wonder how much of this is that didn't work out. Let's put her with Alexa and see how this works. See how people react to them.
I am very excited about this match because Roxanne's there, Charlotte, Alexa, Zarya and Sol, very exciting performers. Also Kabuki Warriors. So I feel like this match is really star-studded, even though the build has been so weird. But the next one is the NXT Women's Championship. We got Jacy Jayne versus Jordynne Grace.
So they have the match set up for Slammiversary, right? Where the winner is going to be in a title versus titles match. That kind of leads me to believe Jacy's going to win because we've already seen Masha versus Jordynne a few times, and I don't think they would go straight back to Masha versus Jordynne and do this title versus title match. I kind of think Jacy's going to win.
Really? I thought this was going to be Jordynne's crowning moment. And because Masha and Jordynne had so much history, I thought they would go back to that for Slammiversary. And I feel like TNA would feel comfortable having Jordynne also carry Knockouts Championship. So I personally was thinking about that because Jacy Jayne as a Knockouts champion?
Well, is she going to win that match? I don't know.
That would be crazy.
Because I feel like Jordynne's going to move up. There's really nothing else for her to do on NXT. And there's definitely nothing else for her to do on TNA. I mean, she left TNA to come over here. So why would she go back and win a title over there?
I just feel like she lost last 2 pay-per-view matches or PLE matches. That's why I was like, I don't see her losing again. I honestly thought this match will be turned into Mariah May versus Jordynne Grace. That was my little delulu imagination. But whatever, we're here. I think Jordynne Grace is going to win. And then she's going to have a whole feud with Mariah May. Or, sorry, Blake Monroe. That's my little prediction. But, honestly, this match, no tea, no shade, but I feel like this match felt a little random when it first happened.
Yeah.
I feel like Jacy Jayne championship reign is so random. I thought it would be a little bit of more of a transitional. But you know what? I am... Just like Lyra changed my mind, I am here for Jacy to change my mind. I'm here for it.
Let this be a lesson to you, WWE. If you had just brought back the Mae Young Classic, you could have set up a challenger in a better way than just throwing somebody in there with just like whatever they've been doing on NXT.
And then the match that I am very, very, very excited for. No holds barred match. Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
Very surprised they're going back to this match. Jade is the number 1 contender for the women's championship going into SummerSlam. Right. And then also Naomi is holding the Money in the Bank briefcase. So you're kind of in this situation where why would you want either of these women to lose?
It is interesting because it is Queen of the Ring versus Money in the Bank. That is a kind of an interesting situation, yeah.
Historically, Money in the Bank winners don't really win a lot of their matches while holding the briefcase. Which, of course, leads me to believe Naomi's going to lose. And I just cannot see them having Jade lose before a title match at SummerSlam.
I agree. I think Jade will be winning here. But Naomi has the Money in the Bank, so she is winning that title one way or another. And she's gonna screw up Jade Cargill. Yeah, she better. She really better. And she's gonna screw up Jade Cargill's moment. So I am excited. I think Naomi is gonna lose here. Overall, I think this match will be really, really cool because I think, again, Naomi has been having the career high moments right now. And she's very creative. And then Jade Cargill has always been so good with the intensity. Kind of letting her go free outside of the ring more, I think will be a really good kind of change of pace for her. So I'm pretty excited about this. So the last match we have is the Battle Royale match, aka throw every woman in there so they can come out at the end and party together. So we got tons of women that's in this Battle Royale, including Nikki Bella, who we all thought will be having either a singles match against Liv Morgan or a tag match, but here we are, Nikki Bella in the Battle Royale match. So really, outside of that, there are a couple people that was highlighted in the NXT. So we got a couple people from NXT, we got some tease of some TNA people coming too, and also some legends coming. So who do you think might be winning this Battle Royale?
So this is for a match at Clash at the Castle, correct? That makes it interesting. So
Nikki does really like Paris. She loves partying there.
Maybe. Has Bianca been announced or is Bianca still injured?
I think she's still injured, which is crazy because both Liv and Bianca's out with injury. I mean, she's in the poster though. Bianca is.
Bianca's just telling us she's injured because she's going to be across the street at the Beyonce concert.
I think Nikki's going to win. If she's really building for something long term, I think she has to win here.
Yeah, but then what? Were you gonna have her challenge potentially Rhea or a kind of funny chain of events that could happen is if this does lead to Naomi cashing in at SummerSlam, this could be leading to Naomi versus Nikki Bella in Paris.
Wait, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, that would probably upset a lot of people and excite a lot of Divas Era fans, but that would be a hilarious outcome.
Now that you said that, probably okay. Maybe Stephanie McKay.
Stephanie McKay. Stephanie McKay does make a lot of sense, though. Just with the way that they're pushing her, and it does feel like she's inevitably going to challenge for the title. Out of everybody announced, Stephanie McKay makes the most sense. But
okay.
Maybe there's going to be a surprise entrance that's going to flip all of this on its head up for us, because I keep thinking if Bianca's in this match, there's a very good chance Bianca can win.
I like where your head's at. So Bianca Belair. I think I'm going to still go with Nikki Bella. Is there any legends or knockouts that you want to see in this Battle Royale?
I feel like the big legend that they have not done yet, that I thought maybe this was the year because she's not doing anything else. She's no longer with TNA, is Gail. right?
Oh, you're right. I guess there was news about how Gail is in Performance Center, right? Or was she backstage in NXT?
Yeah, well, that was reported.
Right. So, you know what? If Gail comes in, that's going to be so good. She's going to do her iconic spot, eliminating herself. She walks out. The homage to herself. That would be really cool. It is really interesting because, like, a lot of the legends are, like, they're kind of complaining on Twitter right now because Michelle McCool is doing her thing again. She's like, my phone hasn't rung yet. Waiting for a phone call. Didn't get the phone call. Like, didn't get the text. Like, I really wish. Like, she is on Twitter. Retweet. I don't know if she's, like, trying to swerve us like last time and like show up, or she is really not getting the phone call, so I don't know what's going on. Same for Kelly. She also tweeted out, I wish. I feel like WWE really hasn't reached out to a lot of the people, but also I wouldn't be surprised if they are reaching out to people right now, because apparently that's what happened with like a lot of Royal Rumbles. Saraya, there has been some tease. People are saying that there has been some tease of Saraya and AJ Lee. I don't think AJ is coming to this. I do not think AJ is coming to this.
I don't think AJ will be here. But Saraya has said that nobody's called her, which could be her trying to throw people off.
Regards to Legends situation, I heard WWE reach out to a lot of the Legends several weeks ago. And I'm not fully sure if I'm supposed to say this, but whatever. I heard is that a lot of the Legends were invited to be in the crowd and wave, is what I heard. And a lot of the Legends said no.
I mean, I would assume so. Why would you want to do that?
So I don't know if WWE has course corrected last minute and like decided to include them in Battle Royale or not, because Battle Royale also has been announced pretty late. I don't know. It seems like WWE had to course correct a lot after the whole Liv Morgan's injury, so I don't know if they decide to include more Legends in the Battle Royale. We'll see. But I mean, personally, I would love to see like Melina and like Victoria have a little moment in this. That would be really amazing. But that is our prediction for Evolution. A lot of delulu coming from me. But are you excited for this PLE, Phil?
I'm excited that Evolution is back. I am not enthused by the way that we got here. I think this build has been very lackluster. Most of the matches feel like they've been thrown together at the last minute, which doesn't make me feel good about the possibility of a third Evolution, which already sucks. And I just keep thinking, like, I want this show to do well so that we can continue to get Evolution moving forward, but not feeling very hopeful at this moment.
Yeah, no, this is really, really disappointing because I feel like this almost represent how women are treated in the WWE in general, that they are set up to fail a lot of times. Like, this is just like how they were treated historically. Like, they are pitted against AEW's biggest show, All In. And they had no build for the in-city crowd. They are going against Beyonce that same night. So like overall, they're just, and then I guess like Love Island finale is happening at the same time too. So like even for the streaming,
I didn't know that part.
For the streaming audience too, like they are just in every single avenue with the wrestling fans who might be traveling into town for this, local audience, the streaming audience, in every freaking avenue. They're like, they have very tough competition, which is really sucks so bad. And like, I feel like for the longest time, they didn't even open like single tickets for Evolution. They all were like selling combo tickets. So again, like, it's a very difficult situation. But WWE has done this to women for the longest time, and women have always delivered. So I do not doubt that this is going to be an amazing show, but the circumstances is just a little disheartening.
Yeah, I think that the women are going to deliver. I think the women are going to come in with a point to prove. I think the matches are going to be good. I am glad that it's a 7-match card. I'm glad that they didn't shortchange us and try and give us a 5-match card. Right. But man, I just wish they would have done better with this build.
The other thing that I'm really excited about, though, is the crowd. Because last Evolution, I've never been in a stadium with so much positivity. And, like, the crowd knew their assignment. They were there to make that event, like, the best thing ever. So I think it's going to be the same crowd because they are all there to, like, really cheer for the women. So I think I'm personally really excited for it. And it's going to deliver, you guys. It's going to deliver. I'm so excited. That's my prediction. Evolution will be so good. Stratisfaction will be delivered, you guys. Thank you, Phil, so much for joining in for this last-minute Evolution prediction. Where can we all find you?
You can find me on the Twitter machines at PhilDale616. You can also find me on Grapsity every Saturday at noon Eastern on Fightful's YouTube channel. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just put up our interview with Adam Cole this week. Check that out.
I'm sure we'll also find that one person that's going to be like, is Phil single? So what's the situation there? I'm sure they will be down here somewhere. And you can also find me at DShin on Instagram and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.